I'm battling demons. Some shit that you never seen, you don't wanna see it either. Step pops woman beater. Mom's tripping, she don't wanna leave him, so she drinking liquor by the liter. We are back. This is episode 3, I believe, of season 2 of the Pull Up. And today I got with me, I'll let her introduce herself.
DREA.
Any social media, anything you want people to follow, any businesses, anything you're trying to sell?
No, not really, because it ain't up and running yet.
Okay, just making sure. You never know. Alright, so I like to jump right into the bullshit when I interview, so we're gonna start off. I start off every interview with the same questions, because that always set the tone for how people want to answer questions. So my first question is, what is your first memory of trauma, and how did that trauma affect the person that you are right now?
My first memory would be, I guess I want to say when I was 4 or 5, I was molested by my mom's boyfriend at the time. How does it affect me today?
Yeah, and how did that mold you into the person that you are right now?
It molded me. I don't trust people. I have a hard time trusting people.
Is it men particularly, or is it everybody?
It's everybody.
Okay. And how long, not to dive too deep, but how long did that last?
I guess about a year and a half till she found out.
But she put an end to it.
Yeah, it was put into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say who, but I was in a certain situation with somebody, and they child ended up getting touched. Ended up being something inappropriate happened to the child, and she jumped right on it. And I always said that she got to see her mom stand up for her, instead of like some people be in positions where their mom don't believe them, or they pick the dude's side over the daughter. Mm-hmm. And she got to see her mom stand up for her, and I think that means a lot. So how was your childhood in general?
Oh, it was rocky. I was never really placed into a stable home after that situation until I was adopted by my adopted parents. So I was from...
What age was that?
They got me when I was at age 8.
8. And so I always ask people, is these memories kind of like patchy, or do you have a vivid memory of like that time period in your life?
I remember it. I remember exactly.
You know what was going on at 8 years old.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So transitioning into the new home, they're accepting you. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 2 brothers. My mom and dad. We all was raised in the same house. And
you never felt like different or like outside?
Nope, never.
They always included you. You always felt included. So how do we get on a path where people was in your life maybe influencing you in another path or some type of way?
I wouldn't say I was influenced. I always wanted to do my own. I wasn't never the follower type.
Okay.
I was probably leading y'all down the road.
So what? Okay, so that's that mindset that I'm trying to figure out. How did we get to the point where we even doing stuff that might be against the law or going against the norm? What led up to that point?
It was a fast life.
Okay.
At the age
of always house to house and seeing different stuff.
I guess seeing different stuff, because I am like more of I sit back and watch.
Observe stuff.
I'm a very observant person, and that's if I see something I liked it, I went for it.
Okay, so what's the first thing where you was like, oh shit, like I did it and I got away with it?
Oh.
Or an impactful one, not the very first thing, but like an impactful moment where you was like, oh shit, I might could keep doing this.
I guess that would be the time that I got in a relationship with my co-defendant.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing what he was doing, and he put me on, and
was it good money? Whatever y'all was involved in,
yes.
It was good money.
Yeah.
And so did you got addicted to the how fast it was coming, or how easy it was?
How easy it was. How I could tell other, not bragging, other females what to do and how to do it. But yeah.
And so it was a power thing too.
Yeah.
It was a power thing too, being in control.
Very much in control.
So okay, boom. How do we get on the path of? Okay, that time period. I know it was a time period leading up to your arrest.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that like? Was it hard? Did you have to be doing what you were doing, or it was just like you just ended up there? Like, how did you get to that point?
I didn't have to do it. At the age of 18, I had my own place.
Mm-hmm.
I was working. I had left my child's father at the time, and saw this at the time. His name was Armani, which was my co-defendant, and he came up to the job and that sweet talking.
What the sweet talking as far as like relationship wise, or he was leading with money? The money was drawing you in.
No, it was like a relationship at the time.
Okay. So you didn't even know what was going on.
Nope.
Prior to jumping in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that first thing? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. What was that first moment where you was like, oh shit, this nigga is doing some other shit?
When, I don't know if you guys know, Pimpin' Ken
Mm-hmm.
came down with some of his females, which is my co-defendant's nephew.
Really?
And he came down, and my co-defendant had some of his girls, and we all went out to the strip club, and we seen how he was flowing.
Mm-hmm.
And it caught my eye.
Did you ask questions at first?
Mm-mm.
You just observed.
I already observed.
You just watching what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the first introduction of? He was like, okay, I'm obviously fucking with you. Let me bring you into. What was that like?
We sat down. He told me what he was into, what he wanted me to do, how he wanted me to do it, and I was like, okay.
You didn't resist at first. He just went like, fuck this. I see the money.
I resist.
So okay, leading up to prison or getting arrested. What's happening? What's that day like?
Woo. The day that we never got caught, so it took months before we got caught.
Someone told?
Someone told.
Of course.
My co-defendant was seen on the news, and someone called and told. The day they got arrested, I was at work, and I guess my son was in the car with my co-defendant. So they called me and was like, "You need to come pick up your son. We got him." I said, "Okay, cool. I'm very street smart. I'm not dumb. I leaves my job. Didn't have a car. I didn't have the car at the time, so I on Cleveland walked to the bus stop. As I'm walking to the bus stop, 3 unmarked detectives cars pulled up at my job. I called my son's cousin at the time and told his cousin to go get my baby from where he was at, and they went and got my baby. I think 3 days later, I called a detective or whatever. He was like, "We know who you are, where you at, and where you be at." Okay, cool. If you know all that, you gonna come find me. I called my mom. She called them, set up a meeting or whatever, and it went from there.
So If you do you mind saying what you was charged with, or you don't want to?
Yeah, I don't care. I was charged with armed bank robbery.
Okay. Did you do it?
I did. Yes,
So, okay. I ain't gonna lie. I done almost robbed the bank before too. Like I done been in the beginning process of it, but we all got scared at the end of the day. How the fuck did y'all actually like go through with it? Like, how did you push through to actually get to actually rob the bank? Or like, you wasn't scared?
Well, my position was only to go in and stake it out.
Oh, so okay, got you.
I went in, staked out the bank, came back, told my co-defendant how many people was in there, how many teller was in there, where the security guard was at. You had to, where the cameras and stuff was at. I mean, he taught us all this beforehand.
Had he done it before? He had robbed.
Yeah, he had so many other charges before me meeting him.
Okay.
So they was actually looking for him before.
Already, damn.
Yeah. So that was my position, is to go in, stake it out, and come back and tell him.
So that ain't as scary as having to go in there with a gun and laying motherfuckers.
Nah, I ain't had to do that part.
Okay, boom. They wrap you up with it or whatever. You go to jail. What's that first emotion of I gotta leave my child? Or for how long? What did they sentence you to?
36 months.
36 months. Okay, so what's that first emotion of fuck? I'm about to leave my son for 36 months. Or how much you had to serve of it?
It was hard. I mean, Maurice was my first everything. From not seeing him every day and having to sign paperwork over to my mom so she can do as far as him going to school, because he was like 4. It was hard.
And
it was hard.
Did it make your time hard? Or did you kind of like put it out of your mind to like get past the day type of thing?
It didn't make my time hard because I know he was in good hands. You know what I'm saying? That's
always good, yeah.
I talked to him, if not every day, every other day. So I did the shit, so I had to go do the damn time. So I was ready to go.
Right, so let me get this shit over with.
Let's get it over with. So yeah.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. When I went to jail, some of the craziest shit I ever seen in my life happened while I was in jail. So, do you have any stories that you experienced while you was in there, where you was like, "We're only in jail. Like, this is the only place you'll see some shit like this"?
No, because the damn prison I was in, like a damn adult daycare center.
What you mean?
Man, we didn't have issues at this camp besides fighting.
Okay.
That was it. And it was an LCI, so.
Okay.
I don't have any crazy stories besides me going to the shoe for whooping a bitch ass, but
right.
Other than that.
And that's just regular shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have fights on the streets.
Okay, so you on your way home, you done walked your time down. Mm-hmm. You on your way home. What's that feeling like? That moment, okay, let's say that last week or so.
Ooh.
That last week or so, how you feeling?
I was happy to know that, I had reached my dates. But I knew I was kind of sad at the same time because I found some of the realest bitches in prison.
And you leaving them behind.
And I had to leave them behind. It was a lot of emotions that last day because I had to leave some friends behind. Have
you ever reached back out, or have anybody, reached back out to you since then?
Yeah.
Anybody that you still friends with to this day? Really?
Most of them are the ones I'm still friends with today.
Wow, really?
They came to my bridal shower from different states.
What?
Birthday parties that I had. I done went to their birthday parties. Yes.
That's crazy. Realer than the motherfuckers out here, huh?
Yes. And the only friends I do have is the one from FCI Tallahassee.
That's crazy. Okay, you get out. Mm-hmm. You home. Mm-hmm. What's that transition like? Being in the free world again, holding your son, being around family, trying to find money again after you done lived a certain lifestyle.
Oh, it was hard. Talking about some probation. I was, you did a good job. You know how long it's been since I had a job, lady. working at Wendy's on Fairburn Road. It was hell, but I did it. Just to satisfy this probation.
How much probation did you have?
Shit, I don't remember. After I paid my restitution, I don't remember.
Was it years? Or
nah, it was probably about a year.
A year.
Probably a year.
Oh, that's not that bad. So how long did the transition period last? Like as far as like what am I supposed to do right now?
That didn't last at all. I got back out and started working. I knew how to take care of Maurice. When I came home, the same day I came home from the halfway house on Wendell Court, my parents handed Maurice over to me. There was no, get yourself back together, get on your feet. No.
Here you go,
your son. And I can't do no respect because he was mine.
Yeah, you figured it out.
I did.
Okay, so we're gonna fast forward a little bit. We're gonna dive into like your love life a little bit after prison. But we're gonna talk about prior to right now. How was dating coming out of prison?
Jesus.
Was that an adjustment for the people that you were dealing with before you was
no, because my goofy ass decided to get back with a dope boy. As soon as I got out of damn halfway house, but I didn't go down the same route.
Right. You
couldn't bring certain stuff around me. You couldn't do certain stuff around me. I wasn't going for, because I'm not going back to prison. I'm sorry. But it was okay. You know, dating life. Mm-hmm. Oh, you went to prison? Oh, so you thug? No, I'm not. No.
Right. I'm sure that's immediately what motherfuckers think.
Yes. No.
When they say you went to prison.
I'm a good two-shoe girl. I will tell on your ass, and you going down by yourself. Fuck that. You would not have me behind nobody else's balls.
Hey,
also, no, it was not me. I don't know who it was, but it wasn't me.
It was not me. Okay, so we moving forward. Boom, boom, boom. Met a couple guys that ain't it. You run across your husband. What make you what catches your attention about your husband?
He's not a street nigga.
Right.
He's
stereotypical.
Yes, he's calm, cool, and collected. That's what I liked about him. I don't see him in the clubs all the times, and you know, that's who I fell in love with.
Right. And okay, so I want to just introduce that you was married to transition into you just had a baby, correct?
Correct.
And that process wasn't like the normal process as far as like women having babies or whatever. First off, before we dive into like what you actually did, what's the emotion that you feel? I'm sorry if this is diving too deep, but what's the emotion that you feel like of trying and it not working? Like what's that initial emotion where it's like whatever happens just happened and now I don't have a baby anymore?
I wasn't really trying to have kids until I met my husband. Because as you can see, Maurice is 19 and she's just 2 weeks.
Right.
Emotions of was trying and didn't come home with a baby. That was hurtful. That put me in a whole nother state of mind.
Was there an emotion that you like wasn't familiar with? Like, have you ever felt something like that before?
No. Never felt nothing like that before.
And does the mom, because I feel like dudes, definitely guys take for granted, because I watched my girl go through so much with her pregnancy. We take for granted what the fuck the women go through during a pregnancy. Y'all go through a whole lot. So how do you go through that emotion and then still say, you know what, I want to try again?
I just, pray about it, to be honest with you, and then hope for the best. Like, God, if it's your will, I'm gonna give it one more try. If it happen, if it happen. If it don't, it don't.
And how did you hear about first, what is the method called that you took?
I did IVF.
Okay. And how did you hear about it initially?
I was actually doing body by DREA. I had a client that was getting her teeth whitening, and I was looking at her picture and I was like, oh, you have a beautiful daughter. And she was telling me, you know, she passed or whatever, but she went through IVF. And she gave me the information to, you know, get in contact with the doctor who she went through.
And even the sign up process, was that a difficult process to even make it happen?
No, it wasn't hard at all.
It wasn't? Okay, so you sign up, how fast does the process start?
We didn't sign up until like a year or so after I talked to her. But the process, you can start within 30 days after you call to make your first consultation.
Okay.
30 days.
And what's their first appointment like?
It's just a telephone interview to go over your medical history, certain questions they want to ask you to see if you able to do the IVF process. Okay.
And what's the qualifications for them to make sure that you're good for it? What's the type of things that you have to have, or?
I guess the money for one.
Yeah, definitely the bread. Is it like health things that they can't do if you got certain health issues or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Right. Pretty much any female can get if you still have your uterus.
Okay. And what's the chances of the baby making it?
It all depends on the person. To be honest with you, it depends on the person. Some people can do it 3 to 4 times before they get their baby. Me, I did it 1 time and got my baby.
And how long is it, like the regular time frame as far as like the pregnancy? Like it's like the regular time frame. So as let's say about when do you know for sure that okay, I'm having a baby?
2 weeks after the procedure.
And they say that you locked in. So,
but it's like any other pregnancy though.
Right, and that's the part I'm talking about. How far along are you when you're like, oh shit, like I made it?
When I heard a heartbeat.
That's dope. That's dope. So okay, halfway through the pregnancy, you feel the heartbeat. As you're coming down the stretch, I know you're ready for her to get the hell up out of you, but like, what's that emotion of like, oh shit, like I actually did it, or what? Like, do you feel an accomplishment? Do you feel like a big dog in this motherfucker? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, hold on.
I was happy. Like, how can I put it? I didn't ever think I would be a mother to 2. I always said I only wanted 1 child. I didn't think I could love another child as much as I loved that one upstairs. But I actually can. You know, it took me a minute, but yeah, that's my little pride and joy.
Is it dope that you got a girl too?
Oh yes. If I had another boy, it would have been with the grandmama somewhere. I can't do another boy.
That's dope. You would do it all over again?
No. Hell no. I'm sorry, no sir.
So no, Devin not having no more babies.
No more, no.
Alright, but I think, hold on, let me make sure. Okay, I think I got one more question. Do you have any regrets up until right now?
Regrets? Nope. No regrets, because every mistake I made me the person who I am today.
So, yeah,
so no regrets.
In a sense, you're grateful for all the bullshit.
All the bullshit. You just can't run bullshit on you.
I heard that. Okay, so if you could leave a message to, let me think of a good age. Let's say the 15-year-old you. What would you tell him?
The 15-year-old me?
Yeah.
Girl, don't listen to these men. Stay in school. Dang, the 15-year-old me. I don't know. You gotta come back with that one, bro.
Okay.
You gotta come back with that one.
All right, man. So we out of here, man. I appreciate you taking the time out your day to do this interview. It was a good one. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
We out of here.